Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, October 27th, 2016. I'm Alexandra Garcia. Welcome to the Local Live. The Village of Mrocka Board of Trustees discusses a plan to fight drugs in the community. The Mrocka School District releases their Round 2 report on lead testing of district water sources. With the elections fast approaching, we highlight the local resources available to our community. A coffee house in Larchmont gets a new look. This and more local stories in our segment, In the Media. Our local live sports producers brings us the golden moments from this week's varsity sports. Are you ready for Halloween? A Larchmont detective gives us some safety tips for trick-or-treating. And since we're in a spooky mood, we are premiering the LMC-TV thriller, The Rascal. To round out tonight's show, psychic medium Anthony Mrocka will be live in studio talking about his journey in communicating with spirits. Make sure to call in for an on-air reading. Last week, we reported that Mayor Norman Rosenblum sued the Village of Mrocka Board of Trustees, challenging the legality of two referendums. Rosenblum claimed that the September 6th meeting, where both referendum laws passed, was an illegal meeting. Today, Supreme Court Judge Lawrence H. Eckert decided in favor of the Board of Trustees allowing the two referendums on the Election Day ballot. Trustee Potok told the Local Live over email, quote, "Judge ruled that the village complied in spirit and letter of the law within all legal requirements. Propositions stay on the ballot." Although he accepted the results of the court's decision, Mayor Rosenblum urged voters to vote no and said, quote, "The good thing is that it is still up to the public." So for those who are still unaware of what the referendums are, we'll leave you with our election show host, Alice Bloom, and an LMC-TV PSA on the upcoming referendum. Make sure to tune into LMC-TV on election night to get first-hand results on our local elections.
As you all know, Tuesday, November 8 is Election Day in our nation and in the village of Mrocka. In the village this year, in addition to voting for President of the United States, members of Congress, New York State Senate, New York State Assembly, and Westchester County District Attorney, will be voting for 3 individuals to fill 3 seats on the Board of Trustees and 1 judge. In addition, we want to call your attention to 2 local referenda, or ballot initiatives, which invite your vote. They are 2 proposed local laws regarding the appointment authority of the Board of Trustees. One law would amend certain sections of the Village of Mrocka Code by transferring to the Board of Trustees from the mayor the authority to appoint the members and chairpersons of the Planning Board and the Zoning Board of Appeals, and to fill those vacancies on those boards. The other law would transfer to the Board of Trustees from the mayor the authority to appoint the village attorney and to fill vacancies in that office. Please remember to vote on November 8. Polls open at 6 a.m. and close at 9 p.m. And be sure to join us here on LMC TV starting at 9 p.m. for our live election night coverage. I'm Alice Bloom, and I'll be looking for you.
Opioid addiction and heroin overdoses continue to concern community members. At the Village of Mrocka Board of Trustees meeting, the mayor stated that this drug problem cannot be ignored and cannot be solved by one group alone.
There is no one cure. The Village of Mrocka certainly will not cure it, nor will anyone else. But there is a central theme. And basically what it is, if you don't address this and you bury this question, well, you will continue to bury your children. There is an average of 13 OD deaths every hour in this country. It is something that cannot be ignored anymore, and unfortunately, it comes down to a lack of communication.
The board believes that communication is key in addressing the issue. Communication will help bring awareness to the issue, as well as let people know the signs of drug abuse and how to get help. The board is also looking to reach out to youth to educate them on the dangers of heroin and opioids. As we previously reported, the Mamaroneck School District voluntarily conducted a lead test on their 339 water resources and found 46 of them with elevated lead levels. In a press release sent out by Superintendent of Schools, Robert Schaps, he indicated that in round 2 of testing, 39 water resources were deemed safe, while 7 of them continued to have elevated levels of lead. The district is working on formulating a permanent plan to ensure safe drinking water throughout all schools and replace the fixtures that exceed allowable lead levels. The countdown to Election Day is on, and that means local debates have been scheduled for our area. The League of Women Voters of Larchmont and Mamaroneck hosted the first debate Wednesday night at the Mamaroneck Town Center. The debate aired live and featured the candidates running for Village of Mamaroneck trustees, as well as incumbent Senator George Latimer and challenger Julie Killian. If you missed it, you can watch the replay of the debate this Friday at 7 p.m. on Channel 76 for Cablevision users and Channel 35 for Verizon users. We want to remind you that our Meet the Candidates series is also available on our website and offers more information on your local candidates for trustees and New York State Senate. The wet weather has been an issue lately and forced many of our local Halloween celebrations to be postponed. The Larchmont Ragamuffin Parade, scheduled for last Saturday, was rescheduled for this Saturday, October 29th. However, the Village of Mamaroneck's annual Spooktacular was a go, with many children showing up in their best costumes to window paint the various storefronts on Mamaroneck Avenue. They also got to enjoy the fun haunted house. For those of you wanting to participate in this weekend's Ragamuffin Parade, the lineup begins at 12:30 p.m. at the corner of Larchmont and Palmer Avenues, and the parade begins at 1 p.m. sharp. Here's Kayla Coughlin with what's trending in the media.
Larchmont residents Michael and Debbie Contopoulos are brewing up something exciting at Sunshine Coffee Roasters. The couple, along with New Rochelle resident John Minotti, took over the spot that used to be Aroma on September 1st. Since then, they have already cleaned the place up and made it their own. Now, Sunshine Coffee Roasters is looking to a complete gut renovation in the winter. The plan is to make the space warmer and more open. Michael Contopoulos said that the new look will be Brooklyn hip meets Westchester casual. Head on over to the Mamaroneck Daily Voice to see all that Sunshine Coffee Roasters has planned. State Senator George Latimer organized and sponsored the 2016 Chamber of Commerce Summit. The summit was held at the Weaver Street Firehouse and featured keynote speaker Travis Sluss. Sluss is a local entrepreneur and creator of Mac Inspires. Senator Latimer proclaimed this summit a big success. To learn more about the details of the summit and who is in attendance, go to theloopny.com. The Metro North has had a number of accidents in the past few years. The company is now turning its focus to safety. However, these accidents have left the company having to pay $55 million in legal fees. These fees are mostly settlements from dozens of commuters who have been injured in accidents. Go to loha.com to read the full story. St. Thomas Church in Mamaroneck is undertaking a sacred music series. The series celebrates 400 years of sacred music from all over the world and will include 6 performances. The first concert took place on October 23rd and included music from colonial Spain, as well as pieces from Peru, Mexico, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Colombia. You can find more information and dates of performances, and you can even find ways to help support the series by going to theloopny.com. I have a quick general announcement for everyone. The Mamaroneck Food Truck and Makers Market has been rescheduled to Sunday, November 6th from noon to 5 p.m. The event will be held by the Industrial Area Committee and will be located at Fayette Avenue between Fenmore Road and Ogden Avenue. It's time to break out the layers, people. The fall weather is hitting us, and after weeks of warmer weather, it's coming as a shock. This past week, the thermometers have been showing temperatures in the lower 40s, but the wind chill makes it feel like it's in the 30s. Do yourself a favor and pull out those hats and scarves. Some good news, though, for all of you trick-or-treaters. As of right now, Halloween looks like it's going to be partly cloudy with temperatures in the lower 50s. For information on local weather, you can always go to the Larchmont Mamaroneck patch. If you can find it online, you can find it right here in the media. I'm Kayla Coughlin.
It's time for some local trivia. Then on tonight's roundtable, we'll chat with Anthony Mrocka, a local psychic medium, and he'll tell us all about his journey communicating with the spirits.
Keep watching because the local live Halloween edition is about to start.
Good evening. Our guest tonight is an intuitive counselor and psychic medium. His name is Anthony Mrocka. My name is Michael Witch.
And I'm Maura
with me
Carlin.
is Maura Carlin.
And we'd like you to join our conversation. As always, you can call, email, or tweet. The contact information is on your screen. Before we get started, remind you that at the end of the show, at the end of this segment, we will be drawing the winners of the 2 tickets to the Food and Wine Festival for those who participated in our Community Media Day.
Terrific.
So, Mike, do
Yeah.
you think Anthony knows our first question?
Maybe. Let's ask him. Welcome, Anthony, to our local live and to LMC-TV.
Thanks for having me.
What is it that you do as an intuitive counselor, psychic medium?
Intuitive counseling, I mean, really is kind of just helping a person that has some sort of questions about their life, or they're stuck in some sort of pattern and they can't seem to kind of move forward. Intuitive counseling is just going and working within their energy and kind of pulling out the stuff that, some of their blocks in life, or what they really want. They say they want this in life, but they're really attracting something else, or they're just stuck on a pattern there, and we can kind of go in into their energy and really kind of pull out of what they're really being compared to how they're really showing up in the world. Psychic mediumship, that's really my passion. My passion's the dead. Is connecting
Wait,
with...
say that again. My passion.
My passion is the dead.
Okay.
My passion really is connecting you to a loved one in the spirit world. So that's why I say it's the dead. But really, psychic mediumship is connecting to the spirit side of life and bringing through loved ones that have crossed over.
And Mike, I just want to remind everyone that they can call in and Anthony will do a reading for them. Yes. So if there's somebody you want to contact on the other side, he'd be happy to help. So start calling, folks.
And again, our number is on the screen for you to call. This is full-time work for you?
Yes. Yeah.
And it's a profession?
Yes, it is a profession.
But you said we. There are other psychic mediums?
I mean, there's a lot. There are a lot of mediums in the world. So it's not, some people say it's a gift, or I say it's an ability. I think that most of us have it, but I do believe mediums are born and they're not created. So meaning that we don't learn this. It's something that's innate within our soul. And then eventually at some point in life it kind of comes out. And it's also a sensitivity. It's really, we're so sensitive to the energy. And so we're sensitive enough to be able to connect with the spirit world.
But you didn't know you always had this ability.
No, I didn't know, not at all. Mine actually came out about 7 years ago. So for me, I just was at a dark time in life. I struggled a lot younger, in my 20s, with drugs and alcohol, and so it's a part of my story. But it was when I got sober. When I got sober, I started to hear and see things that weren't of this world. And literally, teachers kind of came out of nowhere. It's not something that I wanted, to be honest with you. It's not something I would have chose either, because I think it's one of the hardest things. But it happened, and I surrendered, and I prayed, and I was praying to God, the God of my understanding. And like I said, it just was a synchronicity. Things started to line up. Teachers started coming out of nowhere, and I just surrendered and asked God to be used as He will.
Well, we have our first caller.
Ah.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Are you there, caller?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
I was just checking to see if I could maybe possibly contact somebody that passed away.
Can you turn her up? Because I can't really hear her. Is there a way to turn, or can you come into your phone a little closer and give me your name?
My name is Jackie.
Jackie.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Good. Jackie, just bear with me a sec as I kind of shift my awareness here to the spirit side and see who wants to come around. Jackie, as I make a connection here to the spirit side of life, I'm actually met by a female that wants to come in here first and be with us. I'm going to be honest with you, this feels like a grandmother of yours, so would you understand that your grandmother's in the spirit side? Would you understand grandmother, mom's side on the spirit, in the spirit world?
Yeah.
That's fine, because that's who I initially have that wants to come and be in our space. It's very interesting, too, to me, because she gives me a lovely feeling, to be quite honest with you, and I feel you must have known this grandmother because she feels, I feel very connected to her at some way. Would you understand that?
Yes.
And you know, it's kind of funny because she keeps giving me the feeling as though she was kind of like a mom to you at some point, or she had conversations with you as a mom. Would you understand that? She must have helped you out and tried to guide you in certain ways. Would you understand that?
Yes.
I also know there's a ring here that she left behind in the world. I don't know if you have the ring. Would you understand the ring?
I don't have a ring. My mother has the ring.
Okay, but that's fine as long as someone has her ring, because she's making me aware of a ring that would be significant though here. Who passes of cancer for you?
A friend of mine.
That's fine. I have her coming in here too, but I feel younger with her. Can you understand? A younger female passes of cancer, and I feel as though she gives me the feeling here that her body really took a toll, or her body really was in a lot of pain at some point. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Would you also understand, too, a thank you, because she keeps chiming in my ear here as she comes in closer, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I feel as though you've done a memorial for her, or there was a memorial for her. Would you understand that?
Something like that, yes.
I don't like something like that. Would you understand a memorial? Or here's the thing that I keep seeing, like a collage, or there's been pictures that have been put up for her. Would you understand that?
Yes.
That's fine. She just keeps saying thank you about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I also know at one point here, I know that you were by my side towards the end, and I know that she goes unconscious before she passes. Would you understand that?
I wasn't there with her. I wasn't there physically. But
yeah, I don't mean that you were there physically when she passes. Would you understand she goes unconscious when she passed? I mean, would you know that she goes unconscious before her passing?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Ask about that, because I know that she's giving me the feeling here. Are you still connected to her family?
Yes.
Can you get a message to her mom?
Yes.
Because she's giving me the feeling here, her mom gave her the permission to be let go. So meaning her mom was by her bed at one point and told her it's okay to go. So just get a message to her mom that it's okay. She was aware and heard her because she was unconscious when her mom said it. It's okay to go. It's okay to go. And so her mom actually gave her permission for her spirit to go free there too as well. I know that you still speak to her because she keeps talking about hearing you. So I know that you still speak to her out loud. Would you understand that?
Yes.
That's fine, because she keeps saying to me, just keep telling her, tell her I hear her, tell her I hear her, tell her I hear her. And I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's connected to you or it's with her. You might have to ask her mom. But she keeps throwing me like a teddy bear. Would you understand that?
Teddy bear? No.
Can you ask her mom about a teddy bear?
Yes.
A teddy bear, like a stuffed animal she keeps handing me here. And I think it's significant to her mom too as well. She had a brother in life.
Yes, she did.
That's fine, because she talks to me about her brother. I just keep hearing brother, and she wants to acknowledge her brother. The month of April is very significant, too, for her, so it's usually a birthday anniversary of passing. I don't know if would you know that?
No.
Ask her, well, listen, it's not, when I bring through, unfortunately like this, I can't give you my whole schmeal of how it works, but it doesn't necessarily have to be hers. It could be mom's birthday, it could be her brother's birthday, but April is significant in her family. It doesn't mean it have to be her death, doesn't have to be her birth, but it's someone in the immediate family, not like second cousins, but April is very significant with her. So just bring that up to her mom here too as well.
You've given Jackie quite a number of assignments of people to ask about. I hope that's helped you, Jackie. Thank you for calling. And let me ask you this question. Do you want people to call in with a specific question about the person, or do you want to just have them call and...
I always say
is it easy?
It's up to whatever they want to ask. Some people might want to just have psychic information. You know what I mean? Some people want to know about their love life. Some people want to know about their career, job, finances, relationships. Some people want to connect to the spirit world.
But if I wanted to know about my finances, that's not connecting with the other side.
No, that's psychic.
Okay.
That's psychic information. So I'm a psychic medium. So psychic is working with your energy, right? We all have our aura and past, present, future of your life. Mediumship is connecting to the spirit side of life.
We have an emailed question about, you said before that everyone has some level of psychic ability. Can you give tips to people on how they can connect with their own ability?
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I do. Everyone has psychic ability. I mean, everything in this world is energy. Quantum physics is proving that now. Everything is energy. So really to kind of tap into your intuition, because I would call it intuition is your psychic energy. It's that gut feeling. It's that trusting that gut feeling. You know, some people say, oh, I knew to go there. Oh, I should have turned here. And they don't follow that. You have to follow that. You have to. The body is an amazing antenna. That's really what it is, of energy, right? We could pick up, we could sense energy. And so when you can actually start to trust that.
Careful about your microphone.
Oh, sorry. Trust yourself, trusting the body, kind of going inward. I always say this too. If you want to, it's not a requirement, but if you really want to become more aware of it, I would say learn meditation, because meditation will actually start to quiet some of the thoughts, because it's really the mind that gets in the way. It's the chatter.
We have another caller.
Go ahead.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's it things going?
You're asking me? Did you have a question for Anthony?
No, yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
My question is, I have a thing going on in my life right now, and right now it's holding up my life, and I want to know if it's going to be resolved soon or not.
What is your name?
Denise.
Denise?
Yes.
Okay.
Denise. So you want to know if something is going to be resolved soon. Is that was your question?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what it is that you're talking about with what needs to be resolved. I'm not picking up on that, but I am hearing actually 3 to 6 months. So I do feel as though things are going to be resolved for you 3 to 6 months. I do feel as though you've had come through a pretty hard time. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And I also feel like there's finances connected to this too as well. So I feel like you've come through a really hard time, or you've had some issues with finances too as well. I don't mean to out you on TV, but that's what I'm picking up on. I do feel like in the next 3 to 6 months, things are going to be resolved for you too as well. And are you looking for a new job?
No.
I just feel like more money's coming in. So I don't know if you can get a promotion or if you're going to be changing jobs in some way, but I feel like more money's going to be coming into you. And that's why I feel like 3 to 6 months too as well. So I feel like a big transformation for you actually this year. I don't mean from now to the end of December. I mean from October to October. So in this next year, I think that there's a big transformation for you. And you don't trust yourself enough. It's funny, we were just talking about kind of trusting it. I feel as though you're very intuitive by nature, but you don't trust it enough. You let your mind kind of get in the way, or you worry. Actually, you're a worrier, because now I'm up in your mind. So I know that your thoughts, you're very much a worrier, or you constantly just focus all your energy on the negative thought pattern, and you need to just kind of release that, because good things are coming. So trust that and trust the transformation. I think the transformation actually has to do with dropping some of these worrisome thoughts and starting to see the positive in your life, and some of that gratitude. Does that help you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Definitely. You don't see any interference with it, do you?
No, I don't get anything like that. That's why I was saying just from 3 to 6 months, I feel like everything's going to be resolved, and I think there's a fair outcome. So I don't know what that means, but that's what I hear. Would you understand that?
Yes, sir. You hit it right on the nose. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling, Denise.
Anthony, you have a radio blog that you do called The Evolving Soul.
Yes.
You named that.
Yes.
And you rotate among other psychics?
Yeah. There's one other medium, one energy healer, and one life coach or transformational coach.
And people do the same thing that they're doing now. They're calling in and they're asking about their issues.
Yeah, we take callers. It's funny, Evolving Soul, again, started as an online magazine, went to a blog talk or a talk radio show, and really it was designed around tools for life. Tools for people's life to help transform them, whatever they're going through in life, whether that be, again, we have people from energy healers, we have psychics or mediums, we have yoga people, health, all mind, body, spirit, really, to try to help people.
We have a watcher that wants to know what tips you can give people to help them cleanse negative energy or negative spirits.
Sure. I'm not one that believes in negative spirits, but I will say this, negative energy, my mentor always says this, it's the living you have to worry about, not the dead. So again, it's sage. I would say sage. You could sage your home. You could sage yourself. Also, too, if you feel as if this person could be empathic, so they feel and sense the energies of others. Sometimes people come into an angry room and then you could feel that anger kind of take over you. Salt baths. Epsom salt bath, or Dr. Teal's now makes a salt thing. But take a salt bath, 20 minutes, that will clear out your aura. Or meditation also will help that too as well. Even some sort of emotional freedom techniques, tapping, it's called tapping, so that could help too as well. But your biggest thing is probably sage and salt bath.
Okay, we have another caller, Mike.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Sorry.
This is good.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, caller.
Hi.
What's your
So
name?
I've had Christina.
Hi, Christina. You have a
I've
question?
had a few close people to me pass within the last year, and I'm just curious to see if any of them are around thinking about me.
Okay, what was your name?
Christina.
Christina. Okay, just give me a sec here as I see that wants to come in here. Christina, would you understand, as I shift my awareness here to the spirit side of life, I'm met by a gentleman here right off the bat here too as well. And it's very interesting to me because I feel as though I'm very much drawn to my chest area. I don't want to keep hitting my mic. My chest area, or there's heart issues here with this gentleman that's passed. Would you understand a gentleman in the spirit world?
Yes.
True?
Yes.
Is this be your father?
No, this is someone my age. This is my husband's best friend, like our best man.
Okay.
He suddenly passed of a heart attack.
It's really interesting because he gives me like a fatherly type.
He looks like a grandpa.
Oh, all right. As long as you understand that, because he just keeps giving me like a fatherly type feeling here too as well.
Yeah.
I know that he passes quickly though to the spirit world. Would you understand? Quickly to the spirit world.
Right.
Like I'm here today, I'm gone tomorrow. That's the feeling he gives me. Did he I feel like he left children behind. Would you understand that?
Sort of. I mean, they're like stepchildren. Yeah.
Okay, yes, that's fine. Again, if it's not biological, as long as there's children involved, because he gives me the feeling he left quickly and he wants to get a message to the children that he's okay, that he's made it to the other side of life too as well. And who's the smoker? Was he a smoker?
Yeah.
That's fine, because he's still smoking here in the spirit world for me. I smell the smoke here too as well. Would you understand he's actually taking responsibility though in some way? I know that this man was also very stubborn with his health care. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to go get treatment, and because he feels as though, he says to me here, if I would have went and got treatment, or I would have not been so stubborn and went to the doctor, I could have still been here today. Would you understand that?
Yes.
I also know too as well as he loved food. Would you understand the love of food? And I don't know why, but I want to eat like a sub sandwich, like a
like a wedge.
like a hoagie, you know? I don't know what you guys call it out here.
A wedge or a hero.
Yeah, that's fine. Would you understand that about him?
Yeah.
Okay. He's quite funny, though. Would you understand he could have been a jokester at times, too, as well, because he's pulling my leg here, and he thinks it's great that this is happening. Not someone that thought while he was here that this could be possible, meaning he didn't believe in mediumship or he didn't believe in mediums while he was here, but he loves it now that he can do it, and he loves me, so I love him. He likes that he's able to come through and do it. You must have called in like last minute, or this is something that he's just taking credit for getting you to call in, to be honest with you. So did you not know about calling in?
Last night.
Say it again?
I had a dream about him last night. I tend to dream about people that I love that have passed. Although I've never seen my grandma in my dreams, which is really weird. It's been like 10 years now.
But would you understand, like, you must have just called in, or you weren't going to call in and then just seen it and kind of just called in and got through?
Yeah.
Because he's taking credit for getting you to call in. He's taking credit for getting you to call in there too as well. I feel as though, would you understand he was kind of a bad boy? Like he had a bad boy mentality? Because that's the feeling he keeps giving me here too as well. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Was it like a massive heart attack or massive? That's fine, because all of a sudden he keeps touching my heart here too as well. And he must have let, I know you talked about stepchildren, but he has to have a stepdaughter. Would you understand that?
Goddaughters.
Goddaughters? That's fine.
Yeah.
Because it's like they were the love of his life, or that he adored them. I don't want to say love of the life. He gives me the feeling about adoring them. He really adored these girls. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
You have 2 children?
I do.
That's fine, because he talks to me about your 2 children here, your 2 children. So he wants to let you know that he's around your 2 children here too as well. And I feel like, I don't think he was a religious person, but someone like just went to mass for him, or there was a big mass for him.
Yeah.
You understand that? That's fine, because
Yeah.
he just keeps showing me the church, and he wants to say thank you, thank you, thank you for what you guys have done, and someone has lit a candle for him too as well. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And who's Michael?
Michael. Yeah.
Who's Michael?
That's a stepson.
It's one of his stepsons?
Yeah.
That's fine. He's just acknowledging the name Michael. So if that's one of his stepsons, makes sense to me. And he says to me, stop buying the shoes.
Stop buying the shoes.
Were you like just thinking about buying new shoes, or you waste a lot of money on shoes? What'd you say?
No, I didn't.
Someone's about to buy new shoes, or is his wife, was he married?
They weren't married, but they've been together a long time.
That's fine, but does she like have an obsession with shoes?
No.
There's something about shoes here, so just remember that he's brought up shoes. Like either you're gonna buy new shoes and you shouldn't waste the money on them, or his wife's gonna buy, or his wife's gonna buy.
Tell me something good.
Wow, yeah, he's just looking out in that way too as well. It's interesting though too, because he is talking to me too. I know that you worry about finances. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And he just keeps talking about, he keeps telling me to tell you not to worry about them. Everything will work out as it's supposed to. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Good.
I think on that note we have to move on.
Good.
But I hope
I'll leave
that
you with him.
He sounds like quite a card. Thank you for calling, Christina.
I wanted to ask you about the, there's a technique that you do called the morning miracle. You talked about it on your radio blog.
Yeah.
Is that something that you still do it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. It's funny. I'm laughing about it because I'm like, wow, he really looked into me. Yeah, I do it. It was actually a book. It's a book by Hal Elrod, I think his name is. The Morning Miracle is just I do 10 minutes of 10 minutes of affirmations, 10 minutes of visualization, 10 minutes of meditation. I actually do more than 10 minutes of meditation, but 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of reading. And there's another last 10 minutes I can't remember right now. But I do all of them. I do more than 10 minutes of meditation. Meditation is a huge part of my life. Not for mediumship. It helps mediumship. I always tell other mediums that. But for me, it just helps me to get into that zone, get into that quiet, kind of go into my own spirit, my own soul. And it's just a time of peace and really to just kind of block out my own time. So
We have another caller.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
All right, thank you.
Are you there, caller?
I'm here.
What's your name?
My name is Laura.
Laura?
Laura.
Okay. What's your question, Laura?
I have a question for, I'm trying to find out if my daughter is going to have a long and happy life.
if your daughter's going to have a long and happy life?
Yes.
Let me just check. Can you give me your daughter's name?
Brittany.
Brittany. Brittany.
Yes.
You know, it's interesting to me, too, as well with Brittany, because I do feel as though, I actually feel as though you're the problem, no offense, but I don't mean that you're the problem, literally. I'm just saying, though, that you worry so much around Brittany or around your daughter that you create more worry for yourself. Would you understand that?
Yes.
But I just feel as though, I feel there's been some concerns around her. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Because I feel as though the spirit world, as the spirit world comes close to me, they're just giving me a sense here about there's been some concerns with her, but I feel as though that you have made it a little worse. No offense, don't kill me, I'm just a messenger. But I also feel as though, things are going to be turning around for her, and I keep hearing around 10 months, so I don't know what that is, but I feel like things were going to be turning around for her, or things are going to get better for her in 10 months here too as well. I'm going to be real honest with you, I don't have like a feeling. So I don't feel as though your daughter's going anywhere, to be honest with you. I do feel like she's going to be around, but I feel like she's special in her own way. Would you understand that? I know it's your daughter, because of course she's special because it's your daughter, but what I mean is she's special in her own way. I feel as though this child is very sensitive. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And I feel like, though, she's very intuitive by nature, almost like she could be a medium in some way. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
It's almost like you have a grandfather in the spirit world.
Yes.
That's fine, because I have a gentleman that's coming through and wants to give me this information to me, and he keeps talking around being around your daughter, and the spirit side of life is very aware and sending healing to your daughter, but they're very aware of what's happening. Keep praying. You must have prayed to Mother Mary. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
That's fine, because they're just, all of a sudden I see Mary's silhouette here in my face, and I know that they hear you. They just keep talking about hearing the prayers and hearing the prayers. And I feel, and I keep hearing actually, that miracles will take place. So just trust and believe in the divine, and stop worrying so much, but just keep praying, because they hear you, and they're answering your prayers, okay?
Okay.
I hope that helps.
It helps. It helps a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller.
I don't want to let you go before you talk a little bit about an event that you have coming up on November the 7th?
9th.
November 9th,
Mike,
yes.
I just want to interrupt with the microphone.
Oh, right down there
right
on the,
between your
on
legs, this
your-
little
yeah, that
puffball.
little thing.
If you could put that back on it.
Oh,
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
So November 9th.
yes.
In Hartsdale.
Yes.
You're going to be presenting a public demonstration?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
public demonstration of mediumship. Basically, what we just did, but in a larger group. I think it's already halfway sold out, but usually around 60, 70 people there. And this way, I just bring through whoever kind of comes through, and it's a 2-hour event. I think you guys had the flyer to put on.
It's on our, was on our
Yes.
screen.
And if people want more information, is there a phone number or a website?
I believe the website is for tickets is www.mediumanthony.eventbrite.com, and that will bring you
Okay.
right to the tickets and the information.
Can we sneak in one more caller?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to go ahead with the caller. Caller, you there?
Yes,
Okay, what's your name?
it's Beverly.
Beverly. Okay, Beverly, what's your question, or what do you want to know from Anthony?
I have a question just about my career. I was laid off from work a year ago, and I took a job that doesn't pay well at all, and I need some direction. And I was just wondering if I could just get some insight into that.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Beverly, your name is, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Beverly, I don't know why this keeps coming up, but like, have you ever thought about healthcare? Or were you?
Sort of in the past, yes.
I feel like.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. Here's the thing. I just keep hearing healthcare in my mind. So I'm not saying go be a doctor or a nurse, but I'm just saying, though, I think that you're going to wind up doing something in healthcare. That's just a feeling I get. I feel like it's really interesting as I really kind of connect in here with you. I know that you have a good soul. I know that you have a good heart. It's like you would do good in helping others. Can you understand that?
Yes.
So
yes.
there's like a passion about helping others. That's the feeling that I keep getting from you too as well. So that's why I think that the healthcare is kind of being brought up here. But I feel like in the next 6 months, though, things are going to really turn around or change for you. That's the feeling I keep getting. I feel like, here's the funny thing. I feel like you've wasted enough time doing jobs that you don't want to do. Would you understand that?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you kind of figured out everything here, and no, I don't really want to do this no more and do this no more. So I feel like the next job for you is going to be like the one. So don't sell yourself short and go out and get just another job. Finally figure out what it is you want to do, but I just keep hearing healthcare is something good for you, because I know that it's almost like your soul needs to help others to flourish in life. Would you understand that?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I just feel as though within the next 6 months, there's a new career. I don't want to say job. I want to say career within the next 6 months here as well. Have you ever thought about like coaching?
No, not really. I mean, I can't hear you.
You ever thought about like life coaching or?
I mean, I've thought about it in the past, but my life is such a mess that I don't think I could help anybody.
Okay, then that's stop right there then, because I hear life coach, so I didn't know if you were supposed to do it. I would seek out a life coach, not just
okay.
anyone. Try to find someone, or maybe you have a friend that could, that's a coach that maybe because if you're unemployed still, maybe they could help you out until you get employed. But I just feel.
I took another job. I recently took a job, but it doesn't cover my bills, and I'm kind of freaked out about finances.
Yeah. 6 months from now, you're going to find a new job. But again, it's not a job, it's career. Like in 6 months, you're going to finally make the right decision into a new career. That's the feeling I keep getting. But again, I want to bring up the coaching thing. So find a life coach, but don't just find anyone, but find someone that's actually good, or if you have a friend that's a good coach. But I just feel like you need to sort some issues out in your life. And you're in like I hate to say it, but are you not in a great relationship?
I'm not in a relationship at all.
Did you like not be in, or you don't have good relationships? Would you understand that?
I've never had a good. Oh, you mean like a marriage kind of relationship, or just with people in general?
A relation, not marriage, but just you know.
Relationship?
A what?
A romantic.
A romantic relationship. You've never.
I'm not in a romantic relationship now. No,
No.
and not for a while.
Yeah, no, I know that you're not in one. I'm asking you. You've never been in a good one. That's why.
No, never.
The people you keep attracting into your life is not good, and that's why I think you need to seek out someone to kind of change the pattern within you. That's what I'm saying about finding a life coach or finding someone that's going to help you with that, because I just feel like things are a little wish-washy with you, and you keep attracting the wrong type of people into your life.
Okay.
Beverly, we hope that helped you.
Yes, thank you very much. It was very helpful.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. We've gone way over. But I want to thank you so much for coming on with us tonight. There are another couple pages of questions I could ask. So maybe you'll come back.
Yeah, sure.
We'd love to have you back.
Cool. Thank you.
And do you possibly know the winner already? No, another misconception, right?
Yeah.
We actually
we're
have to pick
we're
two
picking
names
two
because
names,
for those
okay.
of you who may remember, Community Media Day, we offered, people put their names in the hat for those who showed up in the studio on Community Media Day. We have 2 sets of tickets to A Taste of Westchester on Monday, November 7th.
Okay.
And you and I are to pick 2 winners.
Okay.
Who will each get 2 tickets.
I'll do first.
Okay, because gentlemen first.
Gentlemen first. Okay. And do I announce the winner?
Go ahead.
Kale Wood.
Okay.
From Mamaroneck. K-A-L-E. I think that's
Wood, and
K-A-L-E or K-A-T-E. But
it's probably
it's Wood.
Okay.
It's
well,
Wood is the
you
last
left
name.
your phone number, so I'm sure someone from
Okay.
LMC-TV will be calling
You are the winner.
Okay, and now I'm going to pick one.
Okay.
Okay. Joel Lewis Ferdinand, you are also a winner. So
Congratulations to both of you.
LMC-TV will be calling you. And if you all stay tuned, we'll be back with more community stories in a moment.
And the trivia question answer.
Welcome back to the Local Live. I'm Steve Anastas.
And I'm Ken Reichman. What a week it's been in local high school sports. The Section 1 playoffs are underway, so let's get right into it. The Mamaroneck girls soccer team draws a home game in the out-bracket round against Ursuline, and late in the first half, it's Lauren Spiz who solidifies herself atop the list as the new American sniper. That would be the game's only goal as the Tigers move on. They would face top-seeded Horace Greeley in the first round and fall 2-0, finishing their campaign in 8-9-1. But wait, Steve, there's more early round action, this time in field hockey. It's the Rhinebeck Panthers hosting Irvington in the first round at Mamaroneck High School due to bad field conditions at Rhinebeck. The game would feature only one goal, reminiscent of the Mamaroneck soccer game you just saw, coming off the stick of Emily Cohen as she bangs it home late in the first half, sending the Panthers to the quarterfinal against top-seeded Bronxville. Now, the Panthers would go on to drop that game 8-0 to finish the season at 6-9-3. So a couple of close games to open the playoff slate, but nothing compared to what the Mamaroneck boys soccer team faced, Steve.
After surviving a first-round scare against Clarkstown South with a 2-1 victory in double overtime, the top-ranked team in New York State hosted league rival New Rochelle, and things didn't get any easier for the Tigers in the quarterfinal round. After a scoreless first half, Javier Amezcua got a free kick which soared into the back of the net to give the Huguenots a 1-0 lead. The Tigers answered when David Solad's cross was headed past the keeper by none other than Alex Alma. Later, Alma's got a free kick but was denied on a great save by Ayala. So we move to the first overtime. New Rose Tremaine Bryan gets the pass in the box, but goalie Dante Rhodes makes a great save. A minute later, the Tigers have an opportunity on a free kick, but Alma's pass is eventually sent just over the crossbar without any more scoring. The game goes to penalty kicks. Alma goes first and fools Daniel Ayala. Amezcala gets first crack for Neuro and fakes out Rhodes for the score. On to round 2. Sebi Santa Maria beats Ayala to the left side. Then David Lopez Jr. goes right down Main Street to the back of the net. All even at 2 in PKs. Connor LeBlanc can't keep the scoring streak alive as he airmails his kick. So it's Neuro's turn to take the advantage, but Rhodes saves Omar Tejada's shot to keep it even at 2. The Tigers' Cameron Richards goes top shelf to punch it in and give Mamaroneck the edge, but Christian Valencia says, "I'll see that and raise you one." So we head to the 5th and final round. Jack Spiridelis goes to the right, but sends it just a little high, opening the door for the Huguenots, who walk right through it. Juan Rua bounces it into the corner, and that's your game winner. New Rochelle takes it 4-3 on penalty kicks. An incredible finish that actually goes into the books as a tie, so Mamaroneck finishes with a stellar 15-1-2 record, but they fall short of their goal of taking home a championship.
Well, Steve, penalty kicks are always a tough way to be eliminated from contention, but much like paying your taxes and going to the dentist, they're a necessary evil. Well, that'll do it for us this week. I'm Ken Reichman.
And I'm Steve Anastas. Remember to tune in to LMC-TV this weekend or log on to lmctv.org to watch all of our highlighted games in their entirety.
You're watching The Local Live,
the only news show on Larchmont and Mamaroneck on LMC-TV.
Halloween is coming up and everyone's super excited. To ensure that this is both a fun and safe holiday, we have some tips from the Larchmont Police Department.
Halloween is a time for families to dress up and enjoy themselves and celebrate with neighbors in the community. We want to make sure the only thing that is scary this Halloween season are your costumes. I'm Detective Doucette with some tips for a fun and safe Halloween. Do not allow a child to go trick-or-treating alone. Be certain to accompany young children to every house they approach. Children should be cautioned not to approach any vehicle, occupied or not, unless they know the owner or are accompanied by a parent. Make sure that all children carry a glow stick or wear reflective clothing. All costumes and masks should be clearly marked as flame resistant. Children should be warned never to approach any house that is not well lit and does not have a porch or outside light on. Children should be instructed to scream and make a scene if anyone tries to grab them or force them in any way to go with them. Parents should inspect all treats, dispose of anything that seems to have been tampered with, has been opened, or is not wrapped. I'm Detective Doucette with the Larchmont Police Department. If you have any further questions regarding Halloween safety, contact your local police department. I hope everybody has a safe and happy Halloween.
We asked you to send in pictures of your Halloween decorations and you answered. Take a look at some of the fun and some of the scary homes in the community.
everyone. Those of you tuning in today are in for a real treat. As many of you know, LMC-TV is premiering a new show tonight called The Rascal. With me today, I have one of the creators of the show, Andre Gordon, and Mike Orsino, who plays Detective Ben Radner. So, Andre, could you just, without giving too much away, could you tell me a little bit about the show and what it's all about?
Well, the show is about a species of people that have the power to turn into this monster. And so some of them use the power for good, some of them use it for evil. Okay. And the detectives find out that someone was killed by one of these monsters, so they're trying to solve the mystery and try and figure out how to kill the monster.
So does it have kind of like a horror feel to it?
Yeah, more some suspense, but it's a thriller action show.
Investigative almost too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice. That sounds awesome. So where did the whole idea for The Rascal come from?
Well, I was at my friend's house about 3 years ago, and we were playing this game that he and his sister had made up. It was like a version of tag, and the sister was always the tagger, and they called her the Rascal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're like, this sounds like some sort of horror movie. so we immediately started thinking, like, what if we could do some kind of show, and then we just came up with the idea built off of that.
And since then, how long has it taken since that idea came to you? How long has it taken to make this show?
Well, it's been about 2.5 years since I started writing the show, and we started filming about 1.5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So you have, Andre, you wear a lot of hats. You are the director, the writer, and the producer of it. What has that been like, just wearing all these hats and having all these responsibilities? How's it been for you?
Sometimes it can be very stressful trying to coordinate everybody for filming, but it's been a lot of fun, and also I have more control over the final product, so I really get my vision across in the show.
That's awesome. So, Mike, how did you get involved in the making of The Rascal?
Well, that was pretty interesting. I'm a professional arborist. I do tree work, and I was working at their parents' house. And one thing led to another, and I was talking to Andre, who I've known for a long time now. And we got into talking about he was making a movie, and I told him when I was younger, I took a lot of acting classes, but I really pursued my tree avenue instead of acting. And he goes to me, well, pretty close, right? So he asked me, listen, would you be interested in working in my movie? And I said, wow, sounds great, I'll give it a try. Yeah, the price was right, and so, I auditioned, got the part, and I started working for Andre.
Has it been enjoyable overall?
Oh, it's been so great.
And have these college acting classes help you in the
Actually, I think they probably indirectly did, even though I wasn't really aware of it.
Wow.
But with Andre's coaching, I mean, he made it so easy for everyone to work on the set. Yeah.
That's great. And it's great that you got to, was the cast mainly made up of friends?
Well, it's some people I know from LMC-TV.
Right.
And a few of my friends and just people that I've met and that I know, so it's been a lot of fun.
That's great. So now that premiere time is drawing closer and closer, how are you guys feeling? Are you excited or are you nervous? Like what's going through your minds?
I'm ready for it to be premiered. It's been a long time coming.
Right.
And I'm just so ready and excited.
What about you, Mike?
I'm nervous. Because you never know how you look on the screen when you see yourself.
Definitely.
So it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it also.
I'm 100% looking forward to it. So right now, we're going to leave you with a trailer for The Rascal, and then we're going to throw it right back to the local live. Thanks.
What the hell was that thing? This is Ben. Move in on the house.
Thank you, Kayla. And now I want to introduce you to Pugsy, our pet of the week. Pugsy is a Beagle mix puppy and approximately 10 weeks old. She's very active, inquisitive, and cuddly. She loves to play with her furry and human friends. For more information on how to adopt Pugsy or browse other adorable pets, go to www.ny-petrescue.org. And remember, if you'd like to keep us on the air, support our program by checking out our website at www.lmc-tv.org and click the donate button in the upper right corner. We really appreciate any contribution. We're always welcoming new interns and volunteers, so send your emails to the Local Live at lmctv.org and join us. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alexandria Garcia. See you next week for another episode of the Local Live, and happy Halloween.